Episode number 8, Proclamation. Let's turn to another sign of the times, and you will find it in Revelation 14. The previous episode we spoke about the role of the mass media, and I think you find the mass media also in the book of Revelation. You will find it in chapter 14, verse 6 and verse 7. There the Apostle John writes in the book of Revelation, "Then I saw another angel flying in mid-air, and he had an eternal gospel to proclaim to those who live on the earth, to every nation, tribe, language, and people. He said in a loud voice, 'Fear God and give him glory, because the hour of his judgment has come. Worship him who made the heavens, the earth, the sea, and the springs of water.'" Now John sees this angel flying. When you look at all these satellites with their wings to catch the sunlight, to energize them, they almost look like big birds or like angels flying in the sky. And they had these satellites radiate and bring forth from their uplifted position all kinds of messages in telecommunication or for whatever they prefer, for espionage, military purposes or whatever. So our whole mass media system is like getting information from the skies. Well, one day there will be the other angel bringing a message to earth. Well, we know already about the positive side of the mass media, how all the nations of the earth are now hearing the gospel of the kingdom and can hear about the love of God and how you can find new life in Jesus, and that you should turn over your life to Jesus because you can get saved. You will have peace in your heart, and whatever will happen to planet Earth, He is with you and you are in Him, and He will guide you step by step until you reach your final destination. And then you will be in heaven, and then when the day of the resurrection comes, you will be totally set free, body, soul and spirit, and you will be part of the kingdom to come. That's all beautiful. You're heading for glory. But this message coming from the angel, from the media, is quite a different message. This is the only time in the book of Revelation that the word gospel is even found. Only in this verse, nowhere else in the whole book of Revelation. But this gospel is of a different kind. Yes, it is good news for those who are oppressed, for those who are abused, for those who are mistreated. But this is like a proclamation. The angel declaring final message for you nations, for mankind on earth. One last warning: honor God, give glory to the Creator. There's not a word about, gospel means good news in the sense of about Jesus and the love of God and everything. There's not a word about that. He says, give God glory, the Creator of heaven and earth. At least do this, you disobedient mankind, because the hour of his judgment has come. It's proclaiming judgment upon the earth. For the nations who have ignored all the messages of love that God sent to them, have taken up their own stand, building up their own empire against God, against the laws of God, against everything that is holy and divine. A mankind that has fallen to a degree of immorality that you hardly can believe, surpassing maybe even Sodom and Gomorrah, so to speak, with a lot of bloodshed, of martyrs creating around the world. Now this is the declaration of God's wrath. And the whole world will hear it. Give honor to the Creator. At least do that. If you don't want to have anything to do with Jesus Christ or whatever, at least worship God, because His judgment is coming. Mankind is running out of time. And in the age of the mass media, this will also be a strong message for the whole world to understand. Yes, Jesus is coming, but not as the Lamb of God, slain for the sins of the world, but He's coming as the judge, as the righteous judge. And then it will be terrible to fall into the hands of a living God. People will say, let's hide in the caves, mountains fall upon us, because it's terrible to fall into the hands of a living God. The time of the wrath of God and of the Lamb has come. And so this is really, really a strong warning for all of us. Let's use the time of grace that still is upon planet Earth and change, and at least give God glory for His creative work before judgment sets in.